back here and all, and it's the funnest place to be.
This may look like a typical summer camp, but in this remote area, 2 hours north of the Arctic Circle, it's something very special.
He wanted me to start a youth camp up here because there's nobody up here. There's no youth camp. So began a dream to have a youth camp out here to get kids from all the villages, and he envisioned like a spokes on a wheel where the spokes point to the hub, and the hub is this camp, this place here, Kativik. Kativik, it means a meeting place in Eskimo. A meeting place where these kids can come from villages and not just meet each other, but they also come to meet a supernatural God that created them, that loves them.
Lance Kramer knew what God wanted him to do, but how to do it, well, that was another story. That's where Brenda Krim and Alaska Missions came in.
Brenda Krim also got behind us, gave us a little boat that we can go up. We actually used her boat to find this spot of land.
When I think about the evil that's penetrating our land, I want to equip and I want to find Native leaders, identified Native leaders, and get behind them and under them and undergird them to accomplish their task. As missionaries have come, and we should be like Aaron, like to Moses. When Moses' battle was so hard and he was growing weary, his arms started coming down and the battles began to be lost. I would hope to be like an Aaron.
Helping other missionaries, like Lance Kramer, is only part of how Alaska Missions is impacting this region for Christ.
We mobilize volunteer teams, and there's a couple of ways we use them. One is at distinctive Alaskan events, and we use them in servant evangelism.
Here, currently, we're at the Salmon Frenzy Project. It's where Alaska residents come and they dip net salmon for the year, and we come out here and we provide hot dogs and hot chocolate.
1, 2, ketchup.
Give the kids a place to come and play while Mom and Daddy are out getting fish for the year.
I made arts and crafts, and then there's this one room where you can warm up.
The kids have always totally appreciated the games and all the things, but of course I love the hot dogs when I'm really hungry, and the drinks. So yes, it's wonderful.
We take the night shift at the dog lot when it's 20 below. We clean the bathrooms at the headquarters. There's some emergency runs that have had to go out to the last checkpoint when planes couldn't get out there.
I'm out here working with the parks and doing Bible studies and just working with the kids and feeding them one of our summer food programs. I've led 10 kids to Christ so far this summer, and I mean, the Lord's just been using me in a mighty way.
I decided to give my summer to serving God. I want to go home and finish school and then eventually move up to Alaska and share Christ and His love with the people here.
We go counterculture by giving and serving, and it gets attention because we stick out in Alaska by doing that. Another is by our freedom ministry in the villages, and God is opening doors there. We're doing that through camps, youth, finding Native leaders, getting behind them and resourcing them, bringing our resources to undergird them and empower them to take their land back.
One of those Native leaders is Eleanor Roll.
I grew up in a small Eskimo village of about 300, and my family were the only half non-natives in the village. Christians and missionaries were not allowed in my village. About 22 years ago, I became the first Christian in my family. Initially, my family disowned me. I was not allowed back in my village for a long time. I was told that I wasn't welcome anymore.
The ministry I have to offer is to help people find freedom in Christ, and I call it the freedom process.
The freedom process positions a person before the Lord so He can speak truth to them about a past event that led to brokenness. The truth will break through the lies that they formerly believed about themselves, and they can then move toward freedom.
My father was physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abusive. He would beat our my mom and us girls, and those were things that happened almost all the time.
Nearly 100 people have gone through the Freedom in Christ process so far, and there are many, many more to come. It's opened so many doors, and the word has gone far and wide about that. So doors are ever opening for me in places that would be closed to someone like me in the past. And God is healing the racial differences, and He's using me and my Native friends as a bridge builder for the cultures to walk together, because we have to fight this fight together.
Doors are opening, the tide is turning, but the work is far from finished. Alaska Missions needs your support.
None of this is done through one person. Everyone counts on our team. Everything counts for what's going on in Alaska Missions.
The people of Alaska are starting to realize something that's going on. They're starting to see it, and it's starting to take effect on everybody.
Just form a team to come up here and just come alongside and work with the kids with us, or the biggest thing would be through prayer. We really need prayer because there's a huge darkness in the state. There's 80% of the state that doesn't even go to church, and there's over 100 villages that don't even know about Jesus.
Every year I wish I could come. Hopefully I could every year. More people should come. That's what I would like to see.
It's not the end, it's not the finish line. This camp is the beginning, you see. This is a catalyst, this camp, to get kids' name into the Lamb's Book of Life. This camp is a discipleship camp to get them strong. There's other Lance Kramers in here. There's other Brenda Crims in here. There are others in here. And we're finding them. And he's coming soon, and we need to move fast. This isn't the end at all. This is the very beginning, and there's so much more work to be done.
We need more team members. We need prayers. We need your resources. I want everything that God has for Alaska. We're on a path of healing, and we're on a path of restoration, and that's the only way it can be accomplished. There's no other way that's going to work. And so we have the key, and we just have to get out there with those keys and set the captives free.
To join Alaska Missions now, visit akmissions.com.